So the Sharks made a trade that sort of surprised myself and others. They traded John Leonard and a third-round pick to the Nashville Predators for Luke Kunin. And, I think this trade was sort of interesting on both sides because, on one hand, John Leonard, he's a guy that's really only been with the Sharks for 2 years and hasn't played many games in the actual Sharks organization. He's been with the San Jose Barracuda. And so I think on one hand, people thought, he hasn't been NHL ready. He's sort of just taking a while to develop and, get up to speed. But at the same time, I think people were thinking, he could be part of the future good teams we have. And so I don't know. I think that's one debate. In return, the Sharks get Luke Kunin, a guy who really hasn't been good in, quite some time, it seemed. He sort of had a disappointing time in Nashville. That's what I've heard. I think Kunin, he's a guy, who's been in the league for quite some time. He's been in the league for, 6-7 years at this point. He was the 15th overall pick back then, but I just really don't think he has been that good in his career. I mean, last season, he plays all 82 games and only scores 13 goals, only 22 points in the season. But he does have experience, so I think the Sharks, they're a team that's sort of trying to avoid a rebuild, and I think, as a result, they're probably thinking maybe we don't need to stack up a ton of prospects. Maybe we should just go for guys that have established themselves as NHLers, right away. And so, he's been with Nashville and Minnesota. Really, not too many great seasons. His best season, he had 15 goals. So Kunin, not a guy that I've really, heard much about. Whereas John Leonard, he was liked pretty well by Sharks fans because he was developing well. But he only has 4 NHL goals in his career in 58 games. I mean, not super efficient. He had 1 goal last year in 14 games. So I think, it's sort of the type of thing that's like, do you want to win now? Do you want to build for the future? But I honestly think if you're going to try to win now, I don't think going for Luke Kunin is the best decision. I don't think he's a guy that's really going to help you with that, personally. So, I think the thing with Leonard is he was sort of a diamond in the rough. He was a 6th-round pick in 2018, but mostly he's been in the AHL. But for the AHL, he's been okay. So, I don't know. I think Sharks fans are kind of disappointed with this. I'm sort of, obviously sort of having mixed feelings about it, so I don't know. But that's going to do it. The Sharks trade John Leonard and a 3rd-round pick for Luke Kunin to the Predators. So, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later. And, go Sharks.